Oh,
We're going.
Remind me tomorrow.
We have to rush, Matt. We have so much stuff to get to tonight.
We do.
Are you okay? You had a day.
I'm resetting the install updates to remind me tomorrow because I'm afraid. So this is a filler laptop for everyone that doesn't know because everything is crazy right now and my laptop died. So this is a 10-year-old MacBook Pro that was given to me by my friend Paul. And I was afraid it was just going to cut out mid live stream and just start doing updates.
No, it'll be okay. I feel good. I feel good about that. I told you, Matt. I'm a little bit of a laptop hoarder where I can't get rid of my old ones, and all of my old ones do function. Some need to be plugged in all the time in order to retain a charge, but they do all work. Thankfully.
Well, I'm used to the. I forgot how much things changed because I'm used to the MacBook Air, like last year's model, that tiny keyboard, and the ones that you barely touch the keys, and it feels like you're typing. And on this one, it's like the big clunky block letters. And so like typing today has just been
that's
so
a completely
weird.
Different feel.
It's just so weird.
You want to hear a kind of funny story?
Go for it.
So Dewey's on my lap right now.
Sorry, I just did it. I just instinctively did it.
I don't know what I was waiting for anyway. The story can wait.
What you were waiting for anyway.
Here.
I have to make my drink because I'm still doing my Merri Hour right now. But
oh, because you're still doing seltzer vodka?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it no beer December.
I know I said I was going to try a different drink this week, guys, but when I thought about it, I just had to have my Blue Moon. I was so excited. So my semi-funny story is I was doing a junket earlier today, and usually Dewey hops up on my lap, and he'll just sit in my lap the entire time. This time, it must have been like maybe 2 minutes before I was pulled into my first interview room. He hops up on my lap, and he doesn't puke, but he did, like, for anyone out there with a cat, have you ever seen a cat not like kind of just like spit up like a few nuggets of his food, but like hopped on my lap, like dribbled out some like tuna cubes and then walked away. And I had to turn my camera off, get up and clean everything up. Could
have been on camera. Could have been worse.
It would have been so much better if it was on camera.
Honestly, yeah, it probably would have been so much better.
I kind of wish it was now. All right. Guys, we got a list of stuff here, like a legit list of stuff. So for anyone who doesn't know or who wasn't on social media yesterday, there was a Disney investor call, which kind of functioned as D23 for this year, where they made a bajillion announcements. I mean, so many announcements for upcoming content. Some of them were just light updates about things we already know are on the way, but there were quite a few big reveals. So Matt, what I did here was I made a list of not even necessarily everything that I'm excited about, but everything that I think is important to talk about. I don't know. That's a bad descriptor too, but I had to just trim down the list because we couldn't talk about everything. No. All right. So the first one I want to throw your way is
before we get to that, because we have so many things to talk about, and we do know that it is possible that we may not have listed the thing you're most excited to talk about. We are relying on the chat a little heavy this episode. Apologies. We're relying on you guys to keep us honest and right now tell us everything you want to hear about. And we'll make notes to make sure to get to the things you guys want to see for sure, while also going through the things that Perri has so nicely listed out while I was running around trying to find a laptop.
Well, funny thing is, the very first thing on my list here is something that Red Hood is already bringing up. An Alien series on FX from Noah Hawley. I don't watch Fargo and I didn't finish Legion, but I admire him as a creator and especially one that takes very big swings. And I also just love the Alien franchise. I don't feel super strongly about Prometheus and Covenant. I like Prometheus more than I like Covenant, and I like the parts of Covenant that feel more like Alien than Prometheus, if you know what I mean. But this is a franchise that can't go away because there's so much more to mine. And it felt inevitable, but it was very exciting to know that within the Disney package, they're announcing something that falls into darker territory. And that makes me excited, even though I know it's FX and not technically like Disney Plus or something.
But that was the big thing that I think when Disney acquired everything, as we talked about, and a lot of IPs went to them, and some IPs didn't necessarily fit the Disney mold, I guess we'll say. And Alien was one of those that people were worried about. You know, how are they going to continue Alien? How are they going to let this world live? So the fact that they made a point to announce this and made a point to continue Alien is, I like this. This is good news. This is a sign, or more as a sigh of relief, because I did kind of see Alien going away for a little bit, or maybe they sell it, or maybe something of that nature. But the fact that they're all in on it, no, I'm very good on this. And then asking you, because I did not have a chance to read many stories the last 2 days again, but was this confirmed it's going to be in that Covenant Prometheus world, or is this a how Fargo kind of did its own thing in the way?
Ridley Scott is producing, so I would imagine it's going to play within the same rules that the previous movies have. I was discussing it a little earlier with Haley, and we were a little unclear about exactly when the movie would take place. If it's a prequel, I believe the way it was described was it's set in the near future, but then we were wondering, is it our near future in reality? Yeah. Is it near future after the last Alien movie? Like, we were a little unclear about that, but the one thing that we do know for sure is that it's going to be, I mean, the way that they worded it was the first of the franchise to be set on Earth. Alien versus Predator, whatever, that's beside the point, but it's going to be set on Earth, which I don't know if I'm super enthusiastic about that, but it does intrigue me because most of the movies don't take place on Earth.
Yeah, so this has to open the door somehow where, well, it's got to be after. The only thing that comes to mind, I think it's got to be an after effect where somebody gets back to Earth with that in tow, or maybe things are happening on Earth the whole time that we don't know about in the movies. That could be something too. I don't know.
What year does Alien take place in?
Or, as Red Hood just said, we could see the rise of Weyland-Yutani. This could be more of the Weyland-Yutani story than it is Alien.
Wait. Like, so then that would kind of be an alien without a xenomorph?
Yeah, kind of.
No, I don't.
Maybe
I
in
don't
a way.
want that.
I'm not saying we want it. I'm just saying it's, trying to mine it on Earth. That's what comes to mind.
Nope, don't like that. Sorry, it's not on you, Red Hood.
Because you said we've had aliens on Earth, and it was Alien vs Predator. Like that series, like that has been done. They are here. Maybe. Okay, wait, hold on. Maybe now, Alien vs Predator is in this universe too, and maybe some of the aliens are left over, and maybe this is a continuation of that story. I don't know. Could be, but if they're saying the first, then they're not. They're ignoring the Alien vs Predator. That probably is what it is.
Okay. And just for anybody wondering, because I already questioned it, a quick Google tells me Alien takes place 2 decades after Covenant in 2122, while Ripley wakes up from stasis 57 years later in Aliens. Alien 3 is set immediately after Aliens. Finally, Alien Resurrection makes the leap to 2386. So if anyone needed a quick timeline refresher, but we'll see. Next thing.
In any case, yay.
All right. Okay. So now here's where I kind of have our Star Wars block, because there's quite a bit here.
A whole lot of Star Wars.
One of the first big announcements is a 2-parter. Mandalorian is getting 2 spin-off series. First one is going to be Rangers of the New Republic, which we don't know very much about, other than the fact that it's obviously about Rangers of the New Republic. And then there's an Ahsoka spinoff with Rosario Dawson set to star, and it is being described as a limited series, and it's going to be written by Dave Filoni. And they are also saying that those 2 shows are going to wind up crossing over with future seasons of The Mandalorian to have a big climactic event story, or a climactic story event. Sorry, I reversed that. But that's pretty much the extent of the details on these. I feel like it was bound to happen that we were going to get spin-off series. I'm a little more excited about the Ahsoka one, just because we already have a slight sense of what's in store for us with that. Yeah. But I am curious to know what Rangers of the New Republic is like, and how maybe some of the Mandalorian characters that are currently on air factor into it.
Yeah, they keep talking about, some of the things I think about when I'm watching The Mandalorian is how one of the plot lines is, well, not a plot line, but something they keep bringing up is like the Jedis are gone, but the Imperial forces are still here. They're not gone anywhere. So I don't know. I'm thinking it's something like characters keep mentioning.
The Empire is shambles.
It's in shambles, but it's still there, and the Jedis are not as much. So I'm thinking the New Republic could be something of a, I guess, a rebirth of the Jedi.
I don't know if that necessarily makes sense, given where the Jedi are at in Force Awakens.
Well, true.
Well, then again, you did have Luke go off and do his,
I was going to say
stuff and mess it up, or whatever, not mess it up, but but that feels like it's a different area. I think Rangers of the New Republic might more so be pointing at what Gina Carano's character could get involved in, given that I'm trying not to spoil Mandalorian and
I know
guys stuff, but I think that maybe depending on what Disney is thinking about at this point with that character, that might be the sector that we're playing with.
That's fair. That's a fair assumption.
Let's see what's next. So next, this is just basically a piece of information. Mandalorian Season 3 was confirmed to drop Christmas 2021, which, not much to talk about there, except for the fact that it's really cool that they're moving so fast and just, keeping this pace consistent, because there's a lot of content out there. And I know it takes time to produce this stuff, especially when it's as big as something like The Mandalorian. But with so much content out there, if you have a big gap, people can get distracted. I think that Star Wars is such a big franchise, it will almost always be a priority for many, but it's nice to be able to follow up the events of Season 2 with a Season 3 that's not that far off.
Yep, not at all. I mean, a year is... we all saw how fast a year went this year, so it ain't as far off as we think.
I hope next year slows down a little bit.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
All right, next one was our first look at Star Wars Andor, Cassian Andor series, and that one is coming our way in 2022, and basically what they released is a behind-the-scenes sizzle, which I thought looked really good. I mean, as far as sizzles go, it intrigued me, piqued my interest, and I am also a huge Rogue One fan. I love that movie. That is one of my favorites of the new movie. So to be able to follow a new character from that, in particular Cassian Andor, I think has a lot of promise, because he's got his hands in some interesting stuff. Yeah,
I'm gonna let you do some of the heavy lifting here, because you're way more into it. Well, I am Star Wars knowledgeable. I am just not everything Star Wars knowledgeable. You've actually done the books. You've actually done a lot more digging than I have. Well, some of the books. So
admittedly, I've fallen a little.
If you're excited here, then I'm all into it.
I mean, you guys will probably be able to tell that I've fallen behind mostly in the animation department. The comic books I never really got into, and I guess I'm pretty far behind in the books at this point too. Canon books. I got to get back on that. All right, so that is that one. The Obi-Wan Kenobi series. This had a real cool piece of news. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to say it was completely unexpected, because it felt like anyone could return at this point. But for a reason that I think is kind of obvious, I guess, I thought that Hayden Christensen would never return on screen as that character. Or I thought it was just highly unlikely, because I enjoy the prequels quite a bit. I'll watch them any day. I know that they're not as good as the original trilogy and select newer films, but, that character wasn't wholly embraced like many other Star Wars characters are, and I just thought maybe he'd want to stay away from it. But the fact that he's coming back for this of all things, yes, over and over and over again, this is such an interesting time to be focusing on those two characters. And unless I'm missing books that cover it, I guess if I'm correct, Lords of the Sith would take place before the events of this show. I'm not entirely sure about that, but this is kind of a black hole of information for maybe Anakin or Darth Vader, whatever, but definitely for Obi-Wan Kenobi. So this is a time that I want to know more about.
It's funny just thinking about Hayden Christensen coming back in a way, because it's, you said it nicely. A lot of people do not like those movies, and I'm not saying I am one of them. I have fond memories of going to see them. Honestly, it was like a tradition with my dad and a friend and his dad. So like I have fond memories of being a little kid, and like that was the Star Wars I got to see happening in my time. But yeah, Hayden Christensen. Let's put it this way: they're not on Jumper 7. Like that never went anywhere, so he doesn't have that much going on. But in the same respect, good on him. If he's coming back, that means he's really invested in whatever the project is, and he's willing to bear some of that. I mean, there's going to be people saying things again. You know, he doesn't care this time.
I don't know. I think he might be in good hands here, but I kind of like Jumper a little. But you know what I really like? I really like the series Impulse. The one that was supposed to be the Jumper spinoff, but it wound up kind of being its own thing with that same power. But if anyone out there, like, I don't even know where you find that stuff anymore. I guess it's still on YouTube. But if you want a good show to watch, even though they're not continuing it, obviously, seasons 1 and 2 of Impulse are very, very good.
Nice.
Next thing?
Yeah.
Oh no, we're not. I thought we were at the one that is really exciting, for me at least. This one is cool, though, but there's a couple interesting things about it. Another series that they're making is Star Wars Lando. Something that we kind of saw coming. It's going to be from Dear White People creator, Justin Simeon. And the thing that's interesting about this one is that there was no casting name dropped. It was never, Donald Glover, Billy D. Williams, neither name was mentioned, which is, it's interesting, especially given the reaction to Solo and the rumors about either a Lando movie or a show that were pretty hot rumors right after that movie was released. That seemed like a given for quite a while. And also, given how they've announced a lot of these shows, you would think that would have been said, but it wasn't. But I still, like, even though I sound like I'm like are they going to recast Lando? I don't think they're going to. I think eventually we're going to find out that Donald Glover is leading the show.
I think that's a pretty fair assumption. Yeah, I mean, it is the choice. It's the choice everyone wants. Solo, whether you liked it or not, Donald Glover was one of the highlights, and that was very clear. So I think it will easily come out that it is Donald Glover, but in the same respect, Donald Glover does what he does. I mean, he makes his own decisions, and he makes some pretty interesting decisions throughout his career. So I don't know. I'm going to say there's a chance here that, there's a reason why that's not announced. And maybe that's Donald Glover deciding if he really wants to do this.
Well, this is probably worth bringing up in case. MK Songbird is saying in a Good Morning America clip on the Investors Day presentation, it is mentioned Donald Glover is going to reprise the role of Lando.
Well, there you go.
Could have been a fluke, but GMA is on AMC, which is Disney owned. Yeah, the information I'm getting is from the Collider.com article right now, and I will pause briefly to give a big round of applause to the Collider.com team. I was not part of that coverage because I was doing some junket interviews, but they worked real freaking hard last night, and they did a great job.
Nice.
All right, so this next one, all right, I lied. This is my second favorite announcement. There's something that tops it. This next one is another series called The Acolyte. And this one is coming from Leslie Headland, who I freaking love. You attach her name to a project, and it's going to be, it's just going to be something different and innovative in a cool way. I would guarantee it. But this one is going to take place in the final days of the High Republic era. And that is an interesting area to play in. So a quick Google answer if you want to know what that is. The Galactic Republic. So, all right, just for a general timeline here, it takes place like this period of time from 300 years before Yavin to 100 years. So, do you know what I mean when I refer to that?
Barely.
Basically before the events of the original trilogy, when Yavin.
Got it. Yes. Now that makes more sense to me. Thank you.
I love how I'm like, it's that way. Like I'm visualizing a straight line.
Oh, that way. Good. Okay. Yeah. Back. Yeah.
That. But basically, it's way back when. And at that time, the Galactic Republic was said to be at its height. It was also a golden age for the Jedi, who were more involved in the galaxy. And also, it's when the expansion and the exploration of the Outer Rim territories was happening. So, this is interesting. This is something that I think could be... I think it could give her a lot more room to play. And visually, I'm curious to see what they wind up doing, because I would imagine a lot of the technology that we're very familiar with in the newest stuff is in its infancy. And I'm looking to see what kind of seed she plants there that create what we already know, if you know what I mean. The only other thing I'll bring up about this is I know what acolyte means. Acolyte, if you need a definition, it's like a follower. And I think, there's a definition where it's like someone assisting someone in a religious service. So that's the definition of the word. As a book reader, the one time the term acolyte came up that I got super into was the Acolytes of the Beyond. And they were a group of dark side fanatics who were trying to basically resurrect Darth Vader. That comes up in a book series that takes place like way after this period of time. I just wonder if whatever they're doing to resurrect Darth Vader, we see the seeds of that here. But, it's also possible that the definition of it's not the same acolytes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it can't.
I don't know. That's just my speculation on the matter.
Agreed. I mean, that's what I got here for you.
I like John.
Oh, this is your shit.
Getting sweaty right now.
No, this is your shit. This is why I'm letting you do all the heavy work here. I'm sorry. I wish I could help more, but this is your playground.
Here, Red Hood says some people have said that Acolyte could be a Palpatine show. I don't know about that. Feels like way back, and we see his transition in the prequel. So I don't know if that's going to happen here. I'm just checking the comments to see if anyone else has something to add on this. A Deadline report from earlier this year reported Headland series would be a female-driven action thriller with martial arts elements. Wonder if that'll end up being accurate. Could be. Curious to get more information on all this. All right. Do you want to hear about the thing I'm most excited about now?
Why not?
Star Wars Rogue Squadron from Patty Jenkins.
Yeah, no, that I am excited about.
Two reasons that this is the thing that excited me most. A+ announcement video. It was personal, it was passionate, and her enthusiasm radiated off the screen and got to me. The other thing is, do you know what makes me cry in every new Star Wars movie? Every single time I watch it, not just the first time, I cry over and over. It's whenever March of the Resistance plays. It's a piece of score that John Williams created, and it first pops up in Force Awakens, and it's when the X-Wings swoop in to save them at Maz Kanata's castle. Every freaking time I cry. I love that score, and I love X-Wings.
Well, I was going to say, growing up, one of my favorite games on N64 was Rogue Squadron, and it was just everything that I hope Patty Jenkins brings to the freaking movie. If it has those elements, those gaming elements that obviously it's not tied to the game, it's not an adaptation of it, but it was so much fun just flying around, being part of that squadron, and living that kind of almost Maverick cowboy life just in the sky. Yeah, and Jenkins doing it, I am all here for it.
You know the Star Wars tattoo I want, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do it. I'm still on the fence about it.
Why not?
If I'm being completely honest with you, I never want, trolls or bullies to take my love of something away.
I don't.
But I don't know. I got like a little sensitive about all the backlash with the new movies and just how vicious everyone got. And I started to, I don't know, get a little afraid to have something that represents that franchise and some of those negative vibes on me for the rest of my life.
Yeah, but
it's like my personal love. And I was
going to say that's for you, though.
That's where the hesitancy came from.
Yeah, no, it's for you. People can take it to me whenever they want, and they can try and ruin things. But when they have personal meaning, they can't.
That's very true. That's very true. I should take that to heart a little more than I do, because I say that often, that people shouldn't let that happen. But
I say that and I read the comments and then fucking get mad. Like I know what I say and then I do what I do. I can't help it.
All right. Well, maybe when I get back and we each get our new tattoo, that'll be mine. Especially with this announcement now.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
That's a fine one.
All right. I think I'm out of Star Wars territory.
Oh no.
The next one is, I put the Mighty Ducks Game Changers on my list. Did you watch that trailer?
I did. That was one of the ones I watched.
I had a feeling for some reason.
I watched it for hilarious reasons to me, because the coach in the beginning who says
Letterkenny.
Yeah. He's a hockey player. Like, he plays a hockey player in Letterkenny. Now he's playing a hockey coach here. And so for me, I watched it because now I just had to make a funny tweet about it. But I'm kind of into it. I like underdog kids sports stories. I'm all for it. And it looks whatever. We're going to get more nostalgia, more the same. But hey, Cobra Kai worked.
So that's the thing. When this trailer popped up, I, like, even before I pressed play on it, I had Cobra Kai on the mind, because I was just rewatching seasons 1 and 2 to prepare for season 3, and I had mixed feelings. The fact that Cobra Kai pulls it off makes me hopeful that they'll be able to do it with Mighty Ducks, but also Cobra Kai does it with like a real edge to it. And I don't know how much I want a super Disney-fied, G-level Mighty Ducks.
I mean, that's kind of what we're going to get.
I know.
You could tell from the trailer.
Yeah, I know.
It's fine. It's a revamp to make kids feel good again. Whatever. Yeah. It's not made for us. It's made for the kids.
Yeah. I still want to be able to enjoy it.
Also, wait.
But that's the thing. That's the thing with Cobra Kai. I think it's made for the new generation, and it's also made for the folks looking for some nostalgia in their lives.
I did laugh at the line that 123 Rock fan said when the kid's like, "I have a podcast body."
I laughed at that too.
That was a good line. That was good shit.
All right. Next up here. Now, I don't know how much I love this. We're getting a prequel to the live action Lion King. So when you just say that, I'm like, fuck off. Like, I don't want it. But then when you say it's in development from director Barry Jenkins, with music from Hans Zimmer, Pharrell Williams, and one of my absolute favorites, Nicholas Britell, then I'm like, all right, I'll give it a chance.
Get it. I mean, we're going to give it a chance. It's unfortunate how the last live-action Lion King came out, and this is a chance to do something different.
The funny thing is, I am not of that opinion on the last Lion King.
That's fine.
I don't think it's as good as the animated movie, and I think some of the things that they changed in the adaptation process don't work. But my thoughts on it remain the same as when I first saw it, and I know this might come from me being a diehard original Lion King fan. Like, that was one of my all-time favorite.
No, me too.
I was the perfect age for it. I was like full-blown obsessed with it. It's probably my favorite of all the classic Disney animated movies. And if I'm going to see that story retold with different visuals, maybe I'm just an easy sell in that department, but I liked it quite a bit.
That's fair.
I liked Timon and Pumbaa in that movie quite a bit.
They're always funny. It's always fine. That's, everyone has their different take on it. And for the reasons you stated, some people didn't like it. So it's what it is. All
right. This one right here is just like a quick yay, I think. I was just happy to hear that they're doing a sequel to Enchanted with Amy Adams. Disenchanted.
I'm fine with it. Yeah. Enchanted's funny.
This one I'm real excited about, Matt. Friggin' Sister Act 3. If
Get super excited.
Only knew how many times I watched Sister Act and Sister Act 2 over and over and over again.
How many times?
Honestly, I can't even count. So when I was a kid growing up, I went through a phase where I'd have to fall asleep with the TV on, and I'd put the timer on, and I would get stuck in runs with a single VHS tape where it would stay in the VHS player for like weeks and weeks and weeks, if not months. And Sister Act and Sister Act 2 were both in that rotation. Like Sister Act 2, Heavyweights. I did it with First Wives Club as a kid for a while. But anyway, I've watched both of them like on repeat more times than I can count.
I love how you're like, I went through a phase of falling asleep with the TV and putting the sleep thing on. And I'm like, that's how I fall asleep every night. Like I still do. Yes.
I've pivoted to the exact opposite. Now I need to go to sleep in like pitch black and silence.
Nope. Hate it. No thanks.
My sister kept that habit. She falls asleep with the TV on. I don't like it.
Same. What's next? Because I have nothing to add there. Sure.
Right.
Cool. Sister Act 3. Awesome.
I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. All right. I already saw this stuff get brought up in the chat. Just briefly, because I think these things are cool. Some animated Disney Plus series we're getting. Baymax, Zootopia, Tiana, and Moana. I think that's great. Love them all. But the big one is Lightyear. So Lightyear is, well, this is a movie, and it's coming to theaters June 17th, 2022. And why this one is especially interesting is because it is recasting Buzz Lightyear, and that character will now be voiced by Chris Evans.
Imagine getting replaced so hard that they put Chris Evans in and get rid of you. Like, they didn't just replace Tim Allen. They said, get the fuck out of here and put Chris Evans there.
It's an interesting thing. I'm a little curious to see if like our ears will be able to adapt, because it's not like a character whose voice changes with age. It's a toy.
The first thing I did was try to hear the voice in my head, and I'm totally fine with it. Chris Evans is going to slay this. Like, Evans is going to be able to do all that booming kind of to infinity and beyond stuff. Totally fine. And honestly, pretty happy to see Tim Allen go. That's totally fine with me.
Yeah. I hear you on that.
Stay fucking silent.
I believe in Chris Evans. I really think he can do just about anything.
Yeah. And I think, to answer Rock's question, I do think that Tim Allen's... No, you don't have to put it up. I just think, Tim Allen's comments definitely helped get him out of the door.
Yeah, I mean, as we were talking about recently, just offline, the two of us, I'm curious to see how other things wind up fall, like how the cards fall in other areas of the Disney.
You can just say Gina Carano. It's fine. Gina Carano said some dumb things, and there's a petition.
Well, we're going to get into that. We're saving it for another video, guys.
Later.
All right. Where are we at here?
Why is Andrew saying Christopher Hemsworth? No, it can't be Chris Hemsworth voicing Buzz Lightyear. He's not Australian.
I thought you just said Christopher Hemsworth, and I'm more like, why is he calling him Christopher Hemsworth?
Christopher Hemsworth.
Guess what we're at now? We're at Marvel time.
Or are we not going to talk about? Hold on, we're talking about live cartoons. What about Chip and Dale?
We're done with that.
Yeah, but Chip and Dale.
Oh, I like. All right. Do you care about Chip?
What do you mean? I care a lot. Honestly, that's the one I'm most excited about. Andy Samberg and John.
That's why we're doing this. You're filling in the holes in my list here.
Andy Samberg and John Mulaney being Chip and Dale. Like, that's awesome. That's amazing. When I was growing up, Chip and Dale's Adventures was like my shit. Like, that was what I would watch on repeat. It would be like dark, like Scrooge McDuck stuff, and like DuckTales, and then Chip and Dale Rescue Adventures, I think it was. That was my jam. So the fact that we get Rescue Rangers, listen, it was a while ago.
I watched a little.
Samberg and Mulaney doing this is just A+. Like, A+ casting. Just the best.
I'm very much behind your enthusiasm.
I sat through so much Star Wars shit. Let me have Chip and Dale.
I'm agreeing with you, and I'm encouraging more of this, especially when I miss other things.
Should be.
All right, are you ready to go into Marvel stuff?
Yes, now we can go.
All right, first one I've got on my list here is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. That is coming out March 25th, 2022. One of the big things there is that this movie is going to tie into both WandaVision and the next Spider-Man film.
Yes.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I'm very into all the multiverse stuff. And as we'll touch on with Loki, timeline stuff is very intriguing to me right now with the way that they're working on it.
Yeah, I think all of these things are opening the door for another thing I'm sure we're going to get to.
I don't know.
Spider-Man 3? Yeah.
Well, it wasn't technically on the list, though.
I mean, put it on the fucking list. Like, we have to talk about this.
Before. I'm sorry. I was just Googling the investors call. But
yeah, no, I get it.
Well, I don't know. Just shout it out most appropriate, if not now.
I think that's now, because here's the thing. Like, they're going to use Doctor Strange to open all the multiverses to allow Spider-Man 3 to be the Into the Spider-Verse, but live-action version. We're going to get all the Spider-Men. We're going to get all the villains. I mean, the fact that they've announced Alfred Molina means that...
I love that.
Like, Molina's coming back. He's going to get sucked into the new verse. Tobey Maguire's going to be there. We know that. No Willem Dafoe announcement, but hey, they're not going to announce everything. There's going to be surprises. And I would just...
I've had a very, very fun time looking at all of like the meme-worthy suggestions of like even the most minor characters out there who could pop into this new film now.
Well, we're gonna have multiple versions. I hope there's a J. Jonah Jameson face-off with J.K. Simmons, like both of them. Like yeah, exactly. I want both J.K. Simmonses. Like, but that's where it's gonna get to, and it's so funny because serendipitously we got Sam Raimi leading into Spider-Man with like that's gonna tie into all his Spider-Man characters. Like, it's the hilarious setup. If Bruce Bruce Campbell isn't in the new one playing like all of his characters, like I hope they're if you're gonna,
he has to be.
Yeah, he has to be. You're gonna multiverse it. You're gonna bring like there were 3 different Bruce Campbell roles. Pick one of them at least. Bring him back. I'm so into this idea, I guess I would call it. And it's weird because like it's a stolen idea because they're just doing Into the Spider-Verse in live action, but there's a lot different things to do because Into the Spider-Verse was its own movie and it was an animated and they created the characters and they used their own characters in that way, where this one is going to pull from everything we know. And I hope it has fun and it doesn't do I hope it doesn't get too serious with it. I hope it does get goofy and has that kind of
I think it will be. I think it's maybe not necessarily goofy, but I think it's going to have
not goofy, but
you know, like that, I guess, just to bring back the word goofy, like an Evil Dead type goofiness to it. You know what I mean?
Like totally
signature style. I'm very into it. I like everything you just described. All right, so we've got that down. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, available on Disney Plus, March 19th, 2021. Sorry, I didn't include WandaVision on the list just because we've been talking about that one for a little while, so I gave it the boot. But after that, we do get Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We got a trailer for it, and I think it looks quite good. I mean, like, I think it looks good. It looks like a very, very well shot production. The VFX looks spot on. The fight choreography is incredible. And, you know, I love the banter between the two of them. So I think if they lean into that a lot, it's going to be a winner.
Yeah. I mean, the car scene, you know, like that. Yeah. The car scene everyone talks about, and that's what they want this series to be. I'm very into all of that. So I was on board the minute I saw the car scene. So you don't have to sell me on this anymore. The fact I just want it. I just want it now.
So I'm going to pose this to the chat. If any of you guys know anything about the villain in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I am definitely open to folks who know a little more about the comics than I do right now. But you know, I just basically did a quick Google again, and it seems like the villain is, I guess people are expecting that it's Flag Smasher, who I was reading a little bit about, and this character established the underground, liberated, totally integrated mobile army to unite mankind, or Ultimatum for short. So if anybody has any extra information they want to share or a different take on the villain of Falcon and Winter Soldier, do share. But as far as the visuals and what we saw of the villainous force go, I am mighty intrigued and can't wait to see more.
Songbird says kind of seems like it might be a group that calls himself the Flag Smashers.
Yeah, like, because I think the mask that they're definitely highlighting one individual. Oh, and then of course Zemo is back. We do get a shot of Daniel Bruhl in the trailer too.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, Loki. We got a trailer for Loki. I think that looks freaking great, and I loved seeing Owen Wilson pop up as the
amazing.
The TVA agent, and that's the thing. Shit, what is I deleted what TVA stands for, but I know it's a timeline thing. Timeline Variance Authority, and after you did what you did in Endgame, that's what we need now. We need like that organization to basically police the timeline, and I am so curious to see how those characters handle like not only Loki and what he did and the threat that he poses in that respect, but that's an organization that could definitely bleed out into the other films in the series. Yeah. So I think that's going to be a pretty big introduction in that series.
I mean, everything's going to bleed out eventually. The thing is, we're now getting into an area where you're going to have to follow the TV shows and you're going to have to follow the movies, and everything's going to overlap. That's just where we're getting.
I am quite excited for Loki. Ms. Marvel. Iman Vellani was confirmed as Kamala Khan. That one's coming late 2021. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that was another one that got like a featurette of sorts, I believe. And it just basically served as something to up the hype. Although I do believe there was a significant amount of footage in that too, which just looked great. Like I like the idea of, because I guess it takes place in school. It had more of a like a Spider-Man vibe to it, and I'm eager to see that, especially with a leading lady in it. And the creative team behind it they look like they really have their finger on the pulse of what the series is about and what it can bring to this franchise, and that's probably one of the most exciting things about this.
Yeah. Ditto. It was so funny because like everything just kind of started blurring together at a point where it was just announcement after announcement, and this one might have just got buried for me a little bit. But yeah, I'm still into it.
Oh, there's like what helped me is I went through all of the big Collider.com articles, which was pretty easy for me to do. But there are a couple of sites out there that have really handy lists of all the announcements made. So if you weren't able to keep up with everything and feel like you missed anything, it's a quick scroll and you could find something that, you could wind up really looking forward to.
I'll do that tomorrow now that I have a laptop.
Hawkeye series is next. Yeah. Not a lot there. Basically just confirmation that Haley Steinfeld is Kate Bishop, which is super cool. Those images that we got, there's a couple of images that leaked from set.
Dog.
Yeah. Oh my God, the dog. Those were great. Usually I'm like, don't look at set photos. No. It's like stuff.
Look at the set photos. It's a good dog.
See it. I know. I can't.
Look at the set photos, but it's a good dog.
I can't not when there's a good dog. Also, they confirmed that Tatiana Maslany is leading She-Hulk, Jen Walters / She-Hulk in the She-Hulk series. So it was nice to get that confirmation after all that. How do you feel about She-Hulk, Matt?
Into it.
Yeah, me too.
Very into it. Again, when I saw the initial reports that came out before all this, yeah.
I believe they also said that, fuck. I'm already seeing all this Secret Invasion stuff. I left that off the list. And I love that Secret Invasion idea. I don't have like the official details handy, but I'll look it up in a minute. The next one I had here, though, was Christian Bale, his character for Thor: Love and Thunder being confirmed. Mm-hmm. Gore the God Butcher. And I did my little bit of reading on that character, and to kind of paraphrase here. So apparently this character was born on a nameless wasteland of a planet. He was a meek and peaceful being, but then his wife was killed in an earthquake, and his children soon followed and died because of the harsh nature of their home planet. So the guy is grief-stricken, and he was cast out from society, a society that was very superstitious, for basically saying that gods don't exist. And then when he's like out and about, he witnesses a god fall from the sky, and super angry at the proof that there is a god actually. He kills that god and claims that god's weapon. Again, this is just like a quick Google, but I don't know. Even in just like a very brief search with a surface level description, it just sounds like stuff Christian Bale could do. I mean, what can he do? But it sounds good to me.
It is a what can't he do, and I think his ability to convey his dramatic range and the ability that he can turn on and turn off like these psychotic characters while also being very, very theatrical. I think it fits in the world of Thor.
Yeah. Does sound like it. All right, I've got the Secret Invasion information here for you. Thank you, Collider.com. In particular, thank you, Vinny. So, Secret Invasion. Samuel L. Jackson's going to return as Nick Fury, and Ben Mendelsohn will also be back as Talos, the Skrull from Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Secret Invasion is being described as one of the largest crossover events in Marvel. Oh, no, this is just the description of Secret Invasion in the comics, which I do know about, courtesy of Captain Marvel. Let me see if I can get you guys a brief descriptor here. So that comic storyline showed several major Marvel superheroes having been replaced by Skrulls. Okay. So there's been a lot of talk. And like, even when we found out Skrulls were involved in Captain Marvel, a lot of folks were wondering and speculating, it's like, could more of the Avengers just actually be Skrulls? That didn't turn out to be the case as far as we know it. But this is gonna be about that invasion. And
that's fun.
As much as I loved Ben Mendelsohn in Captain Marvel, I think Captain Marvel could have used even more of him. So glad we're getting it now.
Yeah, totally. He was one of the highlights for me, honestly.
All right, where am I now? I'm almost at the end, Matt. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania.
Sure.
Yeah. I love the Ant-Man movies. I think I love the Ant-Man movies more than most.
I've been yelled at on this live stream for not liking the first Ant-Man.
Oh. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to yell at you about it. It's just that, I don't know, like, to me, Ant-Man and like the goings on of his day-to-day, it's just so likable. Like, everything about Scott is so
and here's what I'll say too. I think Ant-Man and the Wasp, it worked for me as that kind of filler Marvel entertainment. It worked for me as exactly what I wanted Ant-Man to be. For some reason, Ant-Man landed flat. It felt like it felt like two movies, hint, hint. I didn't really love that as much, but I think I had way more fun with Ant-Man and the Wasp, and that I liked. So for me, that continuation, I'm very into it. I just didn't think there was much Marvel vision in Ant-Man versus, it was supposed to be the Marvel heist movie, and it just didn't live up to that for me. And Michael Pena's wrap-up's amazing. Michael Pena was freaking great. Paul Rudd, love him, of course. I just don't think he had much to do until the second.
I actually get shit for liking Ant-Man and the Wasp, not Ant-Man. But I am curious with Ant-Man. Have you seen it more than once? Have you seen it more recently?
I mean, I haven't. Like, when do I have time to go back and watch this?
I know that. I might.
But yes, actually, I have. It's been on syndication. It's on TBS or something all the time. So sometimes I'll flip through and it's on. Okay.
That's, I don't know. That's just one of those ones that I thought maybe a second viewing might help. All right.
Sure.
We've got the last one here. It's a big one. This is a big deal.
This is like a lot of things too.
You want Red Hood to announce it?
Well, that one is a big deal.
I mean, it's about time. We knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's finally official, that I have all the faith in the world that Kevin Feige and the folks at Marvel can bring Fantastic Four to screen the right way. But on top of that, the fact that they got John Watts to sign on and do it, like,
yeah, that's cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very okay with that. I mean, like, there was so much more other stuff too. Like Armor Wars was announced.
No.
Which honestly, like Armor Wars is something I'm excited about. I love chugging War Machine Don Cheadle. Like I want more of that.
Yeah, that's true. I can't believe I had 3 pages of notes there, and I still didn't get everything.
No, totally. Yeah, and wait, hold on. What's What If? Everyone keeps saying What If.
Oh, the What If is an animated series where they, alt versions of the stories and the characters we know,
which is so much fun.
Yeah,
which is so much fun.
It's very interesting to me, and I'm eager to see that one. Like I am with everything here.
And there's even everything like we have confirmation on Taika's Star Wars movie. Like there's so much stuff that came out of this
shit, yeah. Well, we got. I guess I kind of bumped that aside because we.
No, it's totally fine. I'm just saying, I'm just like these are things that are huge or would have been huge news any other day. But for us, it was like we'll get to that later.
I know, isn't that
Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas. Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas.
I didn't say that, and also the Groot shorts. I think. There's so much. I'm a little overwhelmed, to be honest.
No, I 100% agree, and
I know all of this isn't hitting tomorrow, but it's still a lot of content.
Even that it's not hitting tomorrow, even to think that this is stuff planned over 2 years or however many years, it is still overwhelming, and it's more overwhelming because things had to get pushed back. Like this is a packed slate because we're dealing with delays. We're dealing with now rushed productions just to make sure that we can catch up and keep things going. So there is so much happening at now that the fact that we are getting the confirmation that Black Panther is not being recast.
Yeah, I just pulled up
that's a huge thing. That's a huge thing. If
anybody wants to know the official news on that one, we have confirmation that the movie is hitting theaters July 8th. 2022, and Kevin Feige also definitively announced that they will not recast the role of T'Challa for Black Panther 2. So that is very important to put out there, and
I like that.
One that was well worthy of this list.
There's just so many things to kind of wrap around, and again, something like Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas seems like a one note write off, but at the same time, that's one of the things I'm most excited about. Guardians for me, that's my Marvel jam. Guardians 1 and Guardians 2 are easily my top 4. So
we saw Guardians together.
Yeah, we did. When I was still
that was one of my most memorable post-screening experiences. Was we saw it at the AMC in Times Square, and I remember Christy was there, and I just remember all of us walking out of the theater just freaking floating and just so excited to be talking about it.
Yeah, that was I know people don't love Guardians 2. Some people think it's too goofy, whatever it is, but I don't know. That's the kind of Marvel I'm driven to. I'm driven to that James Gunn style of Marvel, and I am very excited to see what he does with Christmas because I love anything Christmas themed. So yes. Yep.
I'm with you. I mean, I freaking love the Guardians. They could have announced anything with them and I would have been on board. So is there anything else we absolutely must hit? Because we both have a beer pong partner here.
Tell the chat they have 15 seconds. You have 15 seconds.
Last call, guys.
Last call.
I'm gonna
14, 13.
Yeah, I'll say this. This was a confirmation. MK Songbird, the Willow series
10,
was confirmed. Yes, it was.
9.
Yes, it was. This is it.
6, 5.
While Matt counts,
4,
I'm going to tell you guys that what was I, Matt? 2 and 4 in our fantasy football league, and I came back so freaking hard that I won our conference and got a bye in the playoffs. Sorry, I know Caleb's not here, but I had to say that.
Fine. 4. Wait, did we get Blade news? Hold on. Charles just said, Matt, what do you think of Blade?
I don't know.
I mean, just Blade the movie? Blade rules. Big Blade fan. I mean, if we're just asking the movie, I am a Blade fan. Yes, Blade is. Again, that is more Marvel that I would like to see more mainstream, I guess I would say.
Okay. The only thing I can find on Blade is an article on Heroic Hollywood. They have a quote from Kevin Feige that says, as we announced at Comic-Con last year, we're moving ahead with Blade, starring Academy Award winner Mahershala Ali. The development and storylines are coming together, and we'll have announcements very, very soon.
Big hell yeah with Mahershala there, and that's
And
3, 2, 1.
Oh look, Caleb's here. I did my update. So my update in the Patreon League is that I think I'm number 2 right now, and no matter what, I'm getting into the playoffs, and I'm playing our number 1 player this week, Efren. Matt, you're just jealous. And
I have a bye this week in my one league because I'm in the playoffs, and I get a bye because I did so well. So all right.
Yeah, well, so do I in the league that we play in together. I will say though, you have done very well in our league. You've had shit matchups, but what happened to you last week?
Was it that bad? I stopped paying attention.
I'm pretty sure you had like under 90 points.
Oh yeah, I stopped paying attention. I don't know what else to say.
Matt, that's terrible.
No, I set my lineup. No. I set my lineup. I don't do that shit.
It pisses me off when sore losers don't set their lineup because that's not how the game works.
Lineups are set. I just wasn't as vigilant about my free agencies as I should have been probably.
I get it. That makes sense. But as long as you set your lineup. All right.
Bitter biscuitry.
I'm bringing in the beer pong player you guys all know and love right now.
Well, they know her. They know her.
Christy's here.
Hi.
What's up? What you drinking tonight?
Ooh, I can retweet that.
It's appropriately themed. It's oh my god, Magic Hour.
Magic Hour.
I like that. I don't even know what kind of beer it is, but I like the pan.
It's a cider.
All right, Matt, you ready to introduce your partner who, I mean, you might hope you guys are going to dethrone the reigning champion team right now. I don't know.
So I can crush it.
What's up, Ari?
Oh.
Hi, y'all. How's everyone?
Okay. Ooh, your audio is nice.
Is it? Oh, I'm in a garage, so I'm
just saying, it's good audio. Usually it's not great audio when you bring something in. This is good audio.
I'm very high school right now. I'm literally in my parents' garage, like with the beer pong table set up. It's wonderful.
That is legit the best thing possible.
Beer pong in your parents' house.
Absolutely.
I love it. It makes it more exciting.
It's even better playing in your own house or apartment.
If I had a garage, that would be wonderful. But
that's true. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Anyway, Perri, go.
Yeah. Make sure Ari gets introduced to our viewers.
No.
All right, I'm out of here. I'm going downstairs.
Hey, bye.
Tell them how we play, because we've had a couple of partners who haven't been informed, and it's rude, Matt.
Oh yeah, I would like to know what the special rules are with you. It changes.
In any case, wait, can I take off? Perri left the super chat up, so it's just going to be there now. Okay, thank you, Caleb. I'm still saying thank you for the super chat sitting there. Yeah, for those who don't know, this is Ari Drew, one of my horror journalist friends, and Christy, you definitely met Ari, right? At Fantastic.
It's been a while. It's been a few years.
It's been a few years.
My memory is shit this week. It's been a very stressful week. But
it has. I agree. I need this right now. So
in any case, Ari is what happens when you have the privilege of attending film festivals like Fantastic Fest or Fantasia year after year, and you make some friends. And wait, Trace is yelling at you already. Trace is already yelling at you in the comments.
Oh yeah, Trace is my husband. Yeah, we both have the joy of writing about horror, even though he's more active than I am right now. I'm on a bit of a sabbatical, just here for the beer pong, really.
Yeah, you got life things going on. That's good things.
Yeah.
Christy, how's things with you?
I don't have life things going on. You know what's fun tonight is I'm in my room doing this, and in my bedroom, my husband is playing virtual D&D with his friends. So
Fun.
It's a very happy night up in this apartment.
You can tell Zach that I will be appearing on a podcast dropping early 2021 as a rookie D&D player. We did an actual play podcast with Jacob Hall and Matt Monagle and a few people, and wow. I did my first campaign.
Like with someone else and not him. You have known him for a very long time.
Sorry, does Zach have a podcast? I don't think so.
My dungeon master husband.
It was Call of Cthulhu, and we had to do a Cthulhu Lovecraftian adventure. And as my first experience, I will be doing it again.
He will probably listen. He listens to quite a few of those like D&D playing podcasts. Joel has one too.
I even have my dice. Look, dice. They're red.
Look at you. You have dice.
Look at you. You're so official. Yeah.
I'm a little D&D player.
I've been trying to buy stuff from independent sellers for Christmas, and along the way, I've been buying myself and Zach stuff because whatever. Which, like, this T-shirt is a What We Do in the Shadows T-shirt. Like, the theme is the masquerade they go to. I bought that one that's like a D&D themed one, and like, it's so good looking. It actually looks a lot like my Pacific or Crimson Peak poster, color scheme wise.
Yeah.
It's like this awesome black
T-shirt. I love that.
Yeah, wait, Ari, what's your full? What's the full?
Oh, yeah, this is
I didn't know if that was
lovely. Yeah, you've seen this one before.
Yeah, I've seen that one before. I didn't know if Yes, I didn't know if it was one of Terry's like Gaily Dreadful ones or if it was
Oh no, they I can see the same the little.
It was yeah. And then I have the obviously Silent Night Deadly Night working right now, which also has I get Punish on the sleeve, and then the mask on that sleeve.
There we go.
Yeah, the Unholy Mask. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
No humans.
I have my my tank top of what's Jackie Day? Oh my god, Jackie Daytona. It says vote Jackie Daytona, normal human bartender.
One of our friends, so I'm hesitant to show you. But watching.
Yep. This is the way we talk in
Tucson. I love that.
Tucson, Arizona.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
Jackie Daytona, though.
Yo, Jackie Daytona, one of the best highlights of 2020.
He really got me through my 2020.
And Laszlo's.
Yes, that's
the human music group. We did
human beer.
Like, I don't know what women's art, but it's a man's art. It's enormous.
We do our power hour on Saturdays, and somebody snuck in the human music group as one of the song choices, and it's just I forget which song they snuck in, but it's the best. All right, I'm going to switch my laptop to my area.
Yeah, I suppose I should get myself situated.
Happy Hanukkah, everyone.
Happy Hanukkah.
Thank you.
Yes, to everyone celebrating. Happy Hanukkah.
Night 2 of Hanukkah. You have to see, Christy, you would appreciate this. My niece is only a little over 1 year old, and she's already like a maniac for wrapped presents. I can't believe how it registers that it's like wrapped box with a bow on it. Like I'm tearing it open and I'm getting something special.
It's my nieces hit that stage where they were like old enough to open their own stuff, but also other people's stuff. I'd let them open my gifts too, which like I know in their head they're like, and then I get to keep this when I'm a grown up. So they would open it and be like, "What is this?" And I was like, "It's 7 different kinds of fancy salt." And they were just like, "Oh." One year my niece opened stuff. It was something like that, like some gourmand little nice treat that my mom bought for me. And my niece opened it and asked me what it was, and she looked at it and went, "You can keep that." As if that wasn't like what was going to happen anyway. But then she looked at me and she goes, "I thought it'd be a toy." And I was like, "Sorry." But that made me remember distinctly when you're a kid and you get stuff at the holidays and like then you see what adults get and like adults are like, "Oh my god, I love you, thank you." And you're like, what is wrong with adults? And now here I am like begging my mom to be like, "Can you just give me a Home Depot gift card? Because like I want to buy an end table, but I haven't decided. So like can you just." So yeah. But yeah, I
got this sweater for Hanukkah. I got this sweater for Hanukkah last night.
Oh, I like that. That's very pretty. I love a color block.
Thank you. I love sweaters.
But I
love
bought myself
Hanukkah. I like that every gift. That keeps it exciting. That's wonderful.
And I love it.
The kids definitely do the 8 nights. It's like this 1.5-year-old will get a like. Not even just like a legit present for 8 nights in a row.
Yeah, well, because so she's the first baby in the family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that's gonna get real intense. And like, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like, so my niece was the first baby for like after like there had been like a 7-year gap. So like people just. My sister had to politely ask people to just stop buying her kid presents because like she was like the only baby in the family and also adorable and also like smart enough to like know to thank people, which just makes people want to give her more things. So like any holiday, people would be like, "Oh, by the way," it would just shower her in presents.
There is no stopping anyone from buying teeny tiny children presents. Oh, Matt, by the way, I saw that.
So what? Me almost eating it over my cable?
It would have made a great GIF. It would have
made a wonderful GIF. So the giant laptop that I'm using, it has a different charger reach, and I had to figure everything out first, and I almost ate it like face first. No, my laptop died, so I'm using someone's 10-year-old MacBook Pro.
Oh no, that's so stressful.
Oh, did you lose a lot of
it's super. Yeah, so it was fun where I was working on it last night, and it's only a year and 4 months. Like literally, it is a baby laptop, and the screen makes a click noise. It goes completely black. None of the hotkeys fixes would work. I went at 9 o'clock this morning to the one appointment that was available at 9 o'clock. Otherwise, I would have had to wait until Tuesday. That was the next time I could get it looked at. So I went in, and they said, "Yeah, everything's fucked." Not only that, they couldn't access my data. My data is not even registering as active. So it is so broken that it thinks it's nothing that is there. So yeah,
wow.
Everything's great.
Because I tend to only back up before I'm going somewhere, and where the fuck have I gone? But when was the last time you backed up your laptop?
This is the
this one I have. Nope. I have neglected backing it up because I'm like, it's only like a year old. Why would I need to do that?
God.
Time machine, Matt. It's so easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really good about it, and I would back up before I went anywhere with my laptop. Like literally, even just like if I was going into Manhattan, but I haven't gone anywhere, so my computer's like, "You haven't backed up in 74 days," and I'm like, I literally just have to plug it in to a hard drive and have not. So I would probably do that.
Set a calendar alert. Christy, set a monthly calendar alert.
I have one. I just get lazy, and I'm like,
I set it weekly, and I'm paranoid. I'm still paranoid that that's not enough.
I respect that paranoia.
Perri, we talked about getting an Apple TV recently, like the receiver. I'm so glad I did because I got a screener the other week, and like I was trying to play it on my laptop, and it kept crashing. And I like emailed IT and was like, "Hey, I can't get the screener link to work. Weird." And they wrote me back, and they said it very diplomatically, but they were basically like, "Your OS is an ancestor of the dinosaur." And they were like, if you can't update your operating system, you're gonna have to use like a phone or a tablet. And I was so furious because I was like, "Well, you want me to watch your movie, to review your movie on my phone?" Like I didn't say that. I like was venting about it, and I was like venting to my mom about it. And I was like, "This workday's so dumb, blah blah blah." And like this is drama for my job. And my mom's response was like, "But don't you have an Apple TV? Can't you just mirror it?" And I like had just gotten the Apple TV, so I didn't think of that. And I was like,
"Yes, I can."
Yes, boomer. You got
Christy, do you remember that night when I accidentally deleted my entire Google Drive and then we got whiskey shots?
Oh no!
Oh yeah,
that was really bad.
But see, that was my reason for not backing it up, is because all the work I do is saved on Google Drive. I don't work in anything hard, like on my actual laptop. So it's like all my writing is fine. It's saved on Google Drive. When I record a podcast and I do that edit, it goes into Google Drive so Monagle can access it. So it's there too. It's like, those are the two things that I like use it for most.
Like my invoicing and stuff. Cause like, if I don't have that backed up.
All in Google Drive. All in Google Drive.
Huh.
Jeez. Yeah, I'm someone who's like still downloads music and purchases it like regularly. So I've had my music lost, but I don't like to use iTunes. I'll use like Amazon a lot. And so I've had like shit fuck up completely. And like I have like 20,000 or I think like 20,000 songs or something. So
I have my songs on my hard drive. I have them on my hard drive because I never put them on my new MacBook because it like you can't use iTunes anymore for that stuff. So it's like I switched to Spotify. Well, you can, but like I use Spotify now. So again,
I to hook my phone up to my laptop to put music on it. And again, my phone was like, "Hey, your laptop is old." And I checked. It was mid-2013. So yeah.
I was ready for like a Jerry Seinfeld joke just then. Like this was very much
the new Siri to talk like you. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, let's do. Thanks.
Christy, are we keeping with tradition? Or are you going first? I haven't played in so many weeks. What if
Can you explain to me any special rules?
Wait, sorry. Yeah. Hold on. I will explain the rules. It is 6-cup beer pong. Ari, we are on the same team. So our racks are always going to match. So it's like if you hit the front cup, I'm going to pull my front cup too, and then I'll go next. So it's basically we're mirroring each other, and then Christy and Perri mirror each other too. So that's how we got to keep it and make it easy. Because it's virtual and we're doing it mirroring, there's no bouncing because there is no hitting 2 cups on the bounce. The only rules that we play are you get 1 isolation shot per game per person. So that just means if the cup is isolated alone, you can call that single cup, and then you'll get 2 cups for that if you hit it. But again, only once per game per person. 1 rack per game per team. So 1 rack per game per team is pretty simple. And 2 cups. Yeah, I already took care of that. Ari has water in the cups.
You didn't tell your partner, and like one she wasted beer and 2.
It was Jenny. She's a big girl. She's fine.
Bless her heart. I love Jenny.
And then I guess the last one is 2 cups at the end of the game. If there's 1 cup left and both team members hit it, that's game over. No rebuttal. Otherwise, it is rebuttal for the other team.
Okay. Cool.
No heating up. No, none of those weird when you go to somebody
normally.
Yeah, none of those rules when you go to somebody else's college and they have some dumb local rule and you're like, this is fucking stupid. None of those.
No blowing.
For the record, your colleges are stupid. All right, let's play.
Yeah, exactly. My college is right.
All right, Christy.
It is you guys first.
I trimmed my hair today, and I feel like I have your haircut circa month 3 of quarantine.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that was basically month 3, month 4.
Yeah,
except
I was
it still is
shag, and I looked in the mirror, and I was like, if I comb
but
this
it's still
straight,
too curly. It's still too curly and poofy a little bit.
Yeah, well, yes, because I have better hair than you. But
oh, okay.
Dustin, to be fair, it's not natty, but it's very much that setup.
I feel like it feels that way because you're in a garage, and that feels very high school.
You're really authentic.
I really love this. Actually, this is wonderful. Energy.
You're just gonna start doing this during the day. Just go out and play beer pong.
I might at this point.
I feel like I'm in the garage next week.
Yeah, Matt, I'm like your computer. It's what is it? So dead inside. It feels like
so dead inside. It is.
You're in a garage, and I'm playing fine art.
Perri, why haven't you found the garage yet? This is actually a good point.
No,
that's adult beer pong, Perri.
Seriously, though, one day I'm gonna ask my dad to help me get my old college beer pong table and hand painted out of the shed and bring it to the garage, and I'll play on it.
I played on that one at your house, right?
You have. We played in the backyard.
Yeah. Because I was very impressed. I was like, you legit have your own. And you were like, yeah.
Fucking made that. All right, Christy.
All right, yeah.
Let's do this.
One more sip of
One more sip for good luck.
All right.
One more vodka for good luck.
Damn it.
We're warming up. We don't even need this first round, really.
You can give it to us then. That's fine. You don't have to.
I mean, maybe a little rusty because Matt kept psyching me up and being like, we're playing Friday. And an hour before I get a text, it's like, hey.
I got this one on the right, Christy.
Okay.
Do you want to go first, Ari, or second?
I'm cool. I'm not weird about that. Whatever works.
You're not okay. All right.
Oh, my confidence already.
All right, then you're gonna go first. I want you to go first.
Cool. Not a problem.
You lead it.
I'm trying to figure out our mirroring. So I'm weird with
yeah, so you're gonna look. It looks like it should be the right, but it will be your left. It's weird.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. So I'm opposite of you. Wait. There we go. Okay. So. Okay. There we go.
It doesn't matter. You shoot. Go for it.
Cool. Okay.
Oh, so close. Also, a very exciting shot because it hit the camera. Auspicious.
One rule I forgot. If it doesn't hit the camera and it bounces back to you on the table, if it hits you and it comes back, grab it and you can do a behind the back shot. If it hits a laptop,
okay, cool.
Yeah, but if it hits a laptop, it's dead. That's like a backboard, so we just call it dead.
And is going to win a game doing one any day now.
All right, so then I'm going to tell you to take the second cup on the right. So second row on the right.
This one?
Yep, bingo.
All right, Christy.
See, it's not that hard. It feels weird. It feels weird, but it works.
Feels unnatural.
Oh shit!
It does feel unnatural.
Shit! I really want to hit this isolation front cup.
Okay.
I feel like this is too early for this to be happening.
Why is it too early?
Because I'm not warmed up enough, and now I wasted my isolation.
Can I do one next turn, or is it one per person?
Yeah, no, per person.
You take that ISO.
So you can do it next turn.
In the same turn, they both could have done it if there was one isolation cup. Okay.
Yep. So yeah, if Christy still had her shot, she could have taken it right now and done the isolation and tried to get it.
Okay.
So I'll leave this up to you. It's up to you.
Okay.
Fuck. So close. There you go. Now behind your back.
Oh, right.
Did it hit the computer?
Nope. Yeah, it did. No, it didn't. It didn't.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
I missed it anyway, so moot point.
I am impressed though, Matt, that you managed to find a backup laptop in such a short time.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I got lucky. I got mad lucky. Second row, the other cup.
Matt, can you make your hair into a mohawk?
Perri, do you see how short, like how straight my hair is? What the hell am I gonna do? How am I gonna do mohawk?
You can do that with like you can do it with like that really intense gluey stuff.
I've been watching a lot of Cobra Kai lately, and I feel like you should.
I am not. No, I am not doing that.
Matt, you can like honestly just take a bar of soap and you just work it in and let it dry, and
or
it's
just hair gel. You could do anything with. You can make it do anything.
Yes, but like his hair is like so.
Yeah.
It's so Bieber. You need this support. I mean, like some of the punks in the 80s, you can use glue and stuff. Like they didn't mess around. Ah, no.
Glue, yes. Glue is definitely something I remember hearing about.
We're gonna have to re-rack.
I used to have the glue. Like when I used to do the flip in the front, I 100% had the glue.
All right, I got the front one. We'll do a power eye after.
Untrue.
I watched there's a documentary about the Go-Girls on the Go-Go's on Showtime, and watching that made me definitely be like, that's actually why I trimmed my hair into like more of a shag, because I was like, man, women in the 80s had it. They had it. They were just like, I'm just cut this into a shag, and it doesn't even matter if it's clean or it's dirty. It's always gonna look the same. And I was like, yes, that's
okay. Front cup isolation.
Do it. That one you can do. So you got to hit the ISO though.
Oh no!
You were so close. You were so close.
I was aiming for a different table.
I'm gonna try for the isolation.
I'm gonna cut your hair in your sleep, Matt. Boom.
This is so disorienting because of the seeing you all back there. It's like I feel like I'm off just for that. I'm making this.
Christy,
all right. So now we're getting mine.
Yeah. I think that's the way to do it.
I agree. All right. Mine's like a caterpillar. There we go. Okay. Yes, front cup.
God damn it.
Guess who's ready to bring it back? It's me. I'm gonna hit that front one. I'm gonna hit it right now. That I did.
Yeah.
You did.
So we get to go again, right?
That we do. Stalker Channing has my back because that's what we named her.
Wait, so you both made the front cup, right?
No, so they hit 2 in a row.
Oh, 2 in a row. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. I was gonna say that. Okay.
Oh,
No worries, because I got this. I feel good now. I feel like I can play beer pong again.
I feel like you never couldn't.
I have like a shot or two where I can't.
I have a shot or two where I can't hit. All right.
To me. I got
All
it.
right. We're making a diamond.
Wait.
I
I
know. I see it.
Do you doubt my game winning behind the back shot?
I
Because I do.
I mean, we still get rebuttal. We still get to rebuttal it.
That was not bad.
Oh,
Though.
that was so close.
I'm getting better with them.
Yeah,
I
you
still-
really are.
I still have no confidence when I throw them, but I'm getting better.
All right.
You got this. You got this.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Nicely done.
that was a good cup to hit too.
Oh, that felt good.
That's Rick.
Oh,
That's giving us another shot, Christy.
You do.
yes, he has. All right. Stretching, flexing. Seriously stiff because I've
I'm
been
feeling loose now. I probably should have had some shots before this.
That's always mine too.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
All right. Let's end this. Let's end this right now. I missed, but Christy hit it.
Yep. All right, so now we have to hit all three, Andrew.
Okay, that's great.
Ari.
Let's do that.
Do it. You're gonna hit all three right now. I'm fine with it.
Fuck me.
All right. Okay.
All right, Nat, all on you. No pressure.
What was that?
All right.
And that's the game.
All right.
Game two.
What is this? A best out of what? 3?
3.
That it is.
Okay.
So, Matt, I don't think you've made it to a third game with me, have you?
No, I
Are
haven't.
you
Christy.
serious?
Jeez.
I didn't know.
I think we killed it in the second
The
match.
shit talking.
I didn't
Maybe Eric? No, maybe not.
Eric? Maybe once?
Maybe not.
I don't know. I feel like maybe one of the two Erics, no?
Somebody, I think one of
I
the
thought
two
we
Erics
did.
won.
That's
And you know,
so-
someone
that's
asked
so
me
mad.
what winning was, and I said, I don't know. I've lost track. It's Matt disappearing on game night.
Huh?
I feel like Matt's mad and he's burying his head in his phone right now.
What? I know this is my show, but I'm very busy.
I'm a busy person. It's Friday night. What do you mean?
All right, Christy, let's end this quick.
Ah!
I feel like I'm in the groove right now. Like that front cup is mine.
We're gonna switch it up next time.
Oh, that was a bad bounce.
I'm gonna go first this time. See what happens.
All right.
Here.
Nothing better. That's great. Awesome.
Christy, did I tell you two things? One, my Venus flytrap ate a fly. And 2, I planted my wolf walker's paper, and to like when you say flower, do you just mean that like the weed looking things open up?
They'll become flowers. Mine are like here right now.
No, yeah, that's what some of mine look like.
Yeah, I planted like 4 of the wolf walker leaves, and that's what I have so
So
far.
I planted them all.
Oh, good. I wasn't sure how many to put because it's just a little pot, so I tried 4.
I've never planted anything in my life, and I still haven't because my dad planted them, and I'm just watching them grow.
Yeah, they're sprouting right now. So like, yeah, you're doing what you're supposed to. Keep the soil moist for them. That's on. Don't overwater because then you'll attract like kids and it's annoying.
What a word! All right, you got it.
Yeah. Hell no.
Beyond
What the fuck am I growing? The hell am I growing out here?
I don't know.
That's annoying.
All right, let's go, Matt.
I don't know. Some people probably grow like basil in your kitchen.
Back middle.
There you go. Back middle. There you go.
Oh,
Actually, you got the whole sunroom you're in now. You could totally grow a house plant or a few.
That's fair.
my cat sitter has told me that all of my house plants are dead.
That doesn't shock me.
I've been out of the apartment for 9 months. It's not my fault.
No, I was gonna say I think that's fair.
Like, I imagine her in like full dystopian gear with like not just a mask, but like a full-on scarf that wraps around her face and hangs down behind her, and then she like kicks open the door and walks in, and like your apartment is like eerily still, slightly coated in dust, and there are just dead plants.
Oh, that is probably what it looks like.
I love the kicking open the door thing. That's a normal way to enter any house.
That's better than it. You said the left? Yes,
Yep.
you did. All right. All right, it's time for me to bring it back. Fuck off, dear.
Fuck off, dear.
Fuck off, dear.
I got the front cup.
Jesus.
Nicely done.
Nice setup we got here.
Thinking that, did you get your new letter, Kenny? I think it's the day after Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, totally. You fucking kidding me?
You're up,
Fucking binge that shit hardcore.
Christy.
Oh, right. We got right. Ah!
All right. That front one is mine. Mine. Wasn't a bad shot, at least.
All right, front cup.
I knew that sounded like it hit.
Wait, you made it did? Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
Right? Like I heard it, but I didn't see
Let's
it.
go.
Like, none of us saw it happen. Matt, do you just have a Foley guy off camera?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right,
That's
so
a
we're
good
right. You're this one. Other one. Yeah.
a good shot at a very good time.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh fuck.
Nope. Nope.
Do I go for the ISO?
No, you don't. No, you don't. I'm make a fart noise.
Back in my prime, I probably.
There you
could
go.
have definitely done that.
Just deep breathe. And then spare peace.
I'm debating it. I'm debating it.
Hey, you do what feels good to you. I'm not gonna push you one way or the other.
If you miss the ISO, what does it matter?
There you go.
Because that's the easier shot is the 2 in a row because I have more room for error.
Oh my god.
But technically, the other angle is also 2 in a row. They're just spread out a bit more.
It's true. All right, I'm gonna try the ISO. Fuck it. YOLO. I don't know.
Damn it.
Oh, that's done.
That went in.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter, I guess. I'll take the one I hit and then the one farther back.
That's probably
Okay, so like here.
The back 2.
Yeah.
Red Hood. I made a fart noise, but I don't think that it was the most effective one. I've done better.
I mean, it could have been effective, but just
I've done better.
Maybe I thrive on fart noises.
It is me, right?
Yeah, totally.
Oh Lord.
Or-
Yeah.
I thought it was
Aggressive.
Sorry, it's warm in my apartment. Okay. Whew. All right, my turn.
You got it.
Mhm. Indeed.
Ah!
All right. That in the front one. Then a power eye.
Is everyone drinking fun beers? Because my beer is very lame.
I got the front.
I mean, what's fun versus lame?
I mean, mine is like I'm drinking light beer, and it's very, very light.
What's wrong with that beer?
I have the funnest beer of all.
And I'll say
A
the
blue
can
moon.
I like better than it. It's not very flavorful. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, I guess you taste like a hard
Oh,
flavor.
right.
Matt,
I have
your cheerleading squad is here.
Evan, see, here's my problem. Evan wasn't here. This is what I needed.
We didn't even tell everybody about our Among Us playing where I recorded myself every time I killed someone.
Yo, you were so. I mean, you got away with murder so many times.
I still can't quite figure out why that kept happening.
I actually
Did you do it on purpose as a like
No.
a skill thing?
Like I think the kill button is right near the report button, and maybe I'm trying to press the kill button too much.
I think
Yeah, so
when I play, I do the same thing all the time. I like fuck up everything in that game, and then I'm like,
She
what?
would keep hitting kill. So basically, she'd kill someone, but because she's tapping it, it would then report it immediately. Which I want to say, it worked beautifully because Perri and Caleb were in a room with 6 people. They both murdered someone at the same time in front of 2 other players because Perri clicked the button so quick. The 2 players never noticed because they were doing tasks and they never got out of the task to see the murder. And they got away with it. Both of them got away with murdering in front of audience.
Oh, I love it.
It
That's the
was
best way to play the
the
game.
time, though, that amazed me most when people realized that I had a reporting problem.
Also, I just
Oh, Matt. And
Did you
then
really?
I self-reported.
What's going on? I've been watching and I cannot see you do it.
I even spilled water to show that.
Water.
All right.
I even spilled my all right, so Ari, if you hit this, then we go to game 3 immediately. If you miss it, they get rebuttal and they get to go until they miss.
Okay.
It's like no problem. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I believe we can hit all 3.
Yeah, I feel good about it.
I don't believe that, but
So Christy keeps going until she misses, right, Matt?
Yeah,
Matthew,
yes, You both go until you miss.
Yes, but I go individually, or do we take turns?
I don't fucking care. You want to take turns? Take turns.
I don't care. Do you want to keep going?
I'll keep going. Fine, sure. Matthew, like this is what we're doing right now. What's your
it doesn't matter. You're still going. You can go whenever you want.
She's calling you Matthew. She's using her stern voice.
If you think I give
your
a
government
fuck.
name.
If you think I give a fuck.
Matthew Otto Donato.
That is clearly not my middle name. Game 2.
All right.
Ooh, we actually did
this
it to a
is
game.
very exciting to me.
I missed. I didn't even get one of them.
I love the energy right now I'm feeling.
Until you don't have the energy anymore.
Feels good.
Matt, like the little brother I never wanted. I have a little brother, but I wanted him.
I just showed up.
All right. You need a perfectly set up rack.
Wait for your mic, Matt, because it just sounded mean. No one responded.
Oh, sorry. I just said I just showed up.
You wish, Evan.
Evan, my dude. Evan's greatest move was showing up to the Among Us live stream that we did with Perri's Patreons, showing up the last minute, just coming in to say Matt rules, Perri drools, and then leaving. The best. Literally the best thing possible. All right.
It's fun to have fans now.
First now, because you guys won the last round.
Yes, correct. So
We have our own cheerleading squad, Christy. From Christy.
Front cup it. Front cup.
And Matt, I hit the front cup, the easiest cup in the rack.
Actually, I don't think it is the easiest.
What do you think is the easiest?
Off the laptop. Off the laptop. Off the laptop.
Okay.
Wow.
Which does not count. Yes.
Does not count.
Now
Does
I'm
not count.
becoming a stickler for the rules.
Well, that happened to Al. It happened to other people. So
I got really excited for a second.
it like in other scenarios that would be a great shot, but because of the laptop.
All right. It would be really good if I could hit a cup right now. This is the time.
I mean, you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to.
You're fine.
Like, let's give the people a shot.
I wouldn't worry about it.
I got the front cup,
Okay.
Nice.
which is not the most difficult cup in the rack.
I don't think. I mean. All right. Whatever.
Matt, who am I?
Whatever.
I don't know.
You can't do it like I do.
Oh,
That is- You're gonna get whiplash if you do that. You need.
Yeah, I heard
You need
my
to-
neck crack.
Oh, you did.
I did.
I mean,
A little crack there. Cool. That's
Some whiplash shit.
You ready, Christy?
Oh, right. We're still going. I'm sorry.
No.
I forgot. We were awesome.
Yeah, I was wondering what was going on.
I saw that. Ah, shit. I was hoping for. I was getting greedy and I was hoping for an ISO. All right.
You don't get one.
Which one? I want the one on the end. Got it.
Yes.
I don't like you guys just testing us on our win streak here, so we're just going to end it.
What's your streak right now?
What was that?
That was the center.
Shit. All right. Is this it? Is this game over? This could be game over in my hand.
Don't send her a Christmas card.
Nope. Absolutely not. Taking notes.
I sent your
Taking
mom
fucking
one.
notes.
All right.
Oh, so good.
Two.
Behind your back.
It hit the chandelier above the
Front. So the left side, front left.
Is
I
that
am-
the easiest one, Matt?
Could
be.
We don't know.
Wait.
No, other one. Yeah, that one. Jaja.
You know
that laptop. You love that laptop.
Try it.
All right.
I've been told I have an aggressive throw.
It's a little long. Just got to tone the guns down.
I know.
Now, do I throw again?
Yes.
decide?
Yes. If you hit, it's over.
No. You went already though.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. Now they go and they have to.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see Christy go first. Sorry. You're right.
Okay. You guys have a chance to. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Re-rack, keep it how it is. What?
Yeah, we get one rack, so we're gonna use our diamond. That is a good move.
This makes me miss humans.
That's what
I know.
no one has ever said that.
Yeah, I know. This is I would rather be doing this in person. Don't worry.
Always, Christy. Always.
Do you want me or do you?
Yeah. I feel fine with whatever.
I'm giving you the option. You're the guest. Me or you?
I'll go.
Okay. All right. Do it.
Front cup.
Front cup. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah. Okay. So it's front.
I think this is the quietest we've been the entire episode.
I respect people that aren't mad.
That's fair.
Oh, very close though.
Nice little run there, though. That sounded like. Oh no! It sounded like it hit the floor.
Wow.
Yes.
Job well done. Job well
All
done.
right. So this is 3-cup overtime, Andrew.
Yeah.
Ari, sorry. Keep going.
That was very, very good, guys.
Yeah,
That was good. I thought that really did a number on my blood pressure.
That was full team effort. 2 and 2. Full team.
That was the most I had feelings in months.
All right. So, Christy, we're up now, right? Christy's up?
Yes, because you guys hit it first and you guys put us in overtime. Yeah.
Front.
Thought so. All right. Shit, you guys are on fire. I gotta hit this thing now.
I mean, you don't have to. You could, but you don't have to. Okay.
Pretty close.
Do you want to keep the momentum? You want to go first?
Sure, why not?
The momentum's done. It's expired. You used it up.
Oh,
Very cool looking shot.
That was.
It doesn't count, but that was very cool.
That was a very good shot. Yeah,
I've lifted the TikTok band.
Cinematic there. Cinematic was good.
I should be like a stunt girl.
Matt, you suck.
Oh.
All right.
I don't see when it goes in, but man, I see when it misses. Maybe that's just how I'm lucky.
That's what she said?
What?
I don't know. I'm trying.
We'll make it work. Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm trying things here. We're trying things out.
I got this. That cut. This
It's a pandemic. You can do whatever you want.
has
Try
my.
whatever you want.
It's a pandemic. Do whatever makes you feel good.
Give me that.
I'm back.
Matt, what do you think?
I was practicing and I just let it on go.
What are you feeling?
I'll go. I'll just go.
Okay.
Fuck.
Front cup.
How did that sound on your end? Was that a good one?
Like a wet fart.
Yeah.
But also, there was nobody in the frame, and then you just peeked in.
It was kind of a wet fart. That was a little
The
wet
good thing
fart.
is that it was delayed for me, so I heard it after I did it.
I find fart noises very amusing when they're not real fart noises.
Oh, I do too. I don't blame you.
If it's a real fart, I have a
You
major
guys,
problem.
you're
with it.
yoitain.
Okay. All right.
Shaking it.
Yes.
Oof.
Right.
Right. All right. Can I end it?
Can you?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, you can.
Don't be intimidated, guys. I'm just gonna set this cup over here. This Perri got it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Don't be intimidated by all this white space.
I will say the fact that you've never gotten to a third game though. With Chris,
That was
I felt good about that. About my
easily the closest I've been in weeks. Easily the closest I've been.
Did you go?
No, we were done.
You guys win.
Yeah, you ended it.
Yeah,
No, you
we
get 2 in a row.
Oh, right. I thought they got. Hooray for us!
The delayed celebration. Oh man.
There was some good competition there, Ari. I feel like we haven't had that in a little while.
I need to come back. I'm a very competitive person.
I mean, Eric was. Well, I was gonna say Eric was.
And Eric was pretty good. Eric made me nervous.
I also enjoyed Eric's because, like, he the way he MacGyvered something for his bedroom really cracked me up every week.
It was a very unique setup. It was a very unique setup, and Ari's setup is just like so classic.
Yeah,
It's like it's nostalgia.
I'm like, oh, look at somebody showing off. I have a garage. I've been trapped in a New York apartment for 10 months.
If only I had a garage.
It made it look cool, but it's still small.
Oh yeah, this is what's happening right now, Andrew.
Yeah,
gotta get that work done. Otherwise,
What are you talking about?
have one in time.
what?
No, it's like, well, fuck you now, Ari. We're done.
Oh, we're so done. We're
Matt's
so
the
done.
beer pong champion from his Tinder profile.
Excuse me, it's Hinge, not Tinder. I don't need Tinder.
All right,
First
guys.
off-
As we close this episode out here, Christy, we're going to see you next time. But very briefly, where can people find you on the internets?
I'm on Twitter at Christy Puchko. That's KristyPuchko. I write every day at pajiba.com. And I'm on Instagram at my name also, but that's mostly just pictures of what I'm wearing, what I'm drinking, and the weird crafts I'm making, which you can see some of them there. I do embroideries of pop culture because I have a lot of need to fill my time. But yeah, Also, I'm a Rotten Tomatoes top critic, so you can find my reviews there.
Did we talk
Me
about
and Perri.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was neat. We got emails. Like,
Yeah, because we didn't get to do this last week.
That's true. Brain
Right.
fart.
Yeah.
Top critics. Yay. Congratulations. You deserve it. Ari, where can everybody find you out there on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The Ari Drew, TheAriDrew. You will mostly see me talking about like pop music and horror. I also am really into like high queerness or high strangeness, and so I have like a group, and so I talk about like Bigfoot and extraterrestrials and things like that. So I'm really into that. If anyone's into that, follow me, and you can be in my group. We have a little like excursion group. So
We'll give you a follow right after this. That sounds cool.
please do. Yeah, no, it's awesome. And I'm not writing actively right now. I'm on a sabbatical because I am getting my PhD. So
Hell yeah.
wow.
I'm finishing that up here. Hopefully in the next.
Matt, you got a
Hell
real
yeah.
person.
I got a real person. I found a real person.
Honestly, getting a PhD makes stuff like this very necessary in your life. So I appreciate the invite. I had fun.
So
I'm
cool.
playing with you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. All right.
Sorry.
That is your Merri Hour. We'll see you next
Bye.
Friday. There's going to be
Bye.
more on
Bye,
the channel.
everyone.
Stay tuned.
Bye.